kids, that is our circle right now. These boys, yes, you hang out with them once in a while, you go out with the girls, but it shouldn't be a constant thing like you used to act when you were a bachelor or a spinster. Then of course there's abuse. Physical and emotional abuse is the last point I'm going to talk about here, and it's very crucial in the cause of many divorces. Regardless of the issue, I always tell people, regardless of the issue, there is no one who should tolerate abuse, whether it is emotional or whether it is physical. And I always tell people and advise my friends that you have to leave early enough before it is too late. We have a tendency of taking our spouses through emotional abuse, and this normally happens, unfortunately, on the side of the men. The men have a habit of making a woman feel lesser than she is, so that she can, I don't understand what it is, but somehow men just like making women feel less than they are. Emotionally, they abuse you, they make you feel like you're not smart, they tell you you're hopeless, you're bound to nothing, and women tend to feel like they're less than they are. And then with time, it becomes physical. There are men who just love to beat their spouses for anything. You've come late, it's innocent, maybe you've come from work, but the man is not understanding. You want to raise a point, you want to talk about something that is important, that is on your mind. The man doesn't want to hear it. You're a woman, why should you speak? So we need to understand that physical or emotional abuse is something that should not be tolerated in a marriage. Another thing that I need to say is that finally is no marriage is easy. It's a lot of work. Marriage is a lot of work. And personally for me, in the two marriages that I've had and gone through divorce, it's just a lesson for me to learn how best I should treat myself or I should behave. In the next one thing I always tell my dad is that I am not going to give up on marriage. No. It's not one thing that I'm going to give up on. I love, and I have to have another partner. But it's a learning lesson, it's a learning step for me to know how best I should behave in my next marriage. Because we tend to think that, okay, you know what, I've got it all, but there's always that different person that you're going to meet with different ways of understanding or different ways of understanding a marriage. So as a woman, I need to see how best I can complement my partner to make sure that things are better the next time. But one thing we need to understand is that marriage is hard work. We have to put in whatever we have to put in to make sure that we do not go through all these other problems. And divorce is, and I will reiterate and repeat, divorce is one of the most painful experiences one can ever go through. It is inevitable sometimes, yes it is, but it is extremely, extremely painful. So it's not something that you should ever think of doing. And as a parent, I always tell couples that when you divorce with your husband, don't put it on the children. Don't make the children feel like they're the cause of this divorce. It is between two people. Your children have nothing to do with it. So keep a cordial relationship with your ex. I always do that. I keep a cordial relationship with my exes. I make sure that there is no, because once you forgive, as a Christian you have to learn how to forgive. Yes, it happened, you separated, but the relationship between the parents and the children should be as healthy as possible. So personally, what I do with the father of my children, I talk to him properly, I make sure that everything is okay, so that the children don't feel like there is a bit of an issue with them. And another thing that I always tell people is that we shouldn't fight when it comes to the kids. Let your ex have a time with the children and let you have a time with the children, because at the end of the day, it wasn't them that made you go through this experience. So I love you all. Have a blessed Sunday, and this is Real Talk.